Let us discuss about how our brain is protected. Okay, what sort of mechanisms, what sort of structures to protect our brain? You would have listened about that our brain is very sensitive part of our body. Hmm. So if there is, if there would be no covering outside of the brain, then even if there would be, very minimal jerk, very slight jerk, that would also result into some kind of injuries in our brain. So outside of the brain, there are certain protective layers, okay, and inside the brain also there are certain particular kind of structures, okay, which maintain a balance and pressure inside the brain also, so that there can be no injuries. Okay, so in a way you can say that brain is just like this nut, you know. So actually the inner side, whatever we contain, you know, in our brain, those regions are very very soft, right? So friends, there are certain coverings that we have, hmm, outside of our brain. What are those? The first is dura matter. Dura matter. Okay. Dura matter is the outermost and tough covering. Okay. So this is the outermost covering of our brain. Okay. That we have, and it protects us from, different kind of jerks. Then there is arachnoid. Okay, there is another covering which is there, hmm, and it is web-like structure, just like a spider. Okay, so it protects, whatever different, very soft tissue. And then innermost covering is a pyometer. Okay, pyometer. This is the innermost covering of our brain. So, what are three meninges? What are three coverings of a brain? The first one is dura mater. The second one is arachnoid. The third one is pyometer. Okay. So, in these, dura mater is the outermost, arachnoid is in the mid region, and pyometer is the innermost region. Okay. Then, friends, there is cerebrospinal fluid. So, cerebrospinal fluid does what? Okay, it provides some kind of buffer like system. You would have seen that, certain sensitive equipments, for example, computer or laptop. Okay, whenever, if you purchase that through online or through any mode, you know, you can see that how they are packed properly. Besides them, there are certain such kind of substances which can protect, okay, any laptop or any such sensitive equipment. It acts just like a cushion in the brain. Okay, just like a cushion in the brain. Okay, and it is found in a particular space, that is beyond, uh, just after arachnoid there is subarachnoid space, and in that subarachnoid space this cerebrospinal fluid is contained there in our brain, and it flows through, it is there in different ventricles, cerebral ventricles that we have. Okay, and this cerebral ventricle is connected with, with each other, and they are also connected with the spinal cord. So whenever, if there is any kind of obstruction in the flow of cerebrospinal fluid, okay, particularly this blockage happens because of some kind of obstruction in between third and fourth ventricle, then that may result into increase in pressure inside the brain. Okay, so as a result of that, there can be some kind of problems. There can be pain also. There can be experience of pain also. There can be some other kind of issues also. Okay. Sometimes this cerebrospinal fluid can be produced in excess. Okay, so if it is produced in excess, then it can be further absorbed by your dural sinus. Okay, in certain persons, those who have some kind of nutritional disorders, okay, it can be possible that they may have less of cerebrospinal fluid. So such persons may have more experience of headache. I'm not saying that whatever headache happens that is only because of less availability of cerebrospinal fluid or more availability of cerebrospinal fluid or due to blockage of cerebrospinal fluid. There can be a variety of reasons. Okay, but in certain some cases it can be possible that because of certain nutritional deficiencies someone can experience, okay, headache or some kind of pain in brain.